Hi, this is Gwen for Tabby and another video about reading tarot and the Tree of Life. I mentioned in the last video that you can sometimes see images of the Tree of Life in tarot cards, particularly in the Rider-Waite-Smith. In the Ten of Pentacles, the pentacles are arranged like the Kabbalistic Tree of Life. And there's another card that shows you part of the Tree of Life, and that is the Five of Pentacles. You can see in the window here, I think we usually interpret this as a church, and a church window, there are 5 pentacles. And that helps us identify the card, of course. It makes sense because it's a 5. Something interesting about this is the Rider-Waite's Radiant Rider-Waite, which I love because it's really bright as it sounds. It's brightened up all the colors, and it's made the pictures a lot crisper that you get in some decks. For example, the Rider Tarot, you can see is it's fuzzier artwork. But what you do have in this, and I think probably in a lot of others, because maybe the borders done a little bit differently, but you have more. If you look at the top of this, you can see the number 5. So we don't necessarily need those 5 to tell us that we're in the Five of Pentacles. And you've got 2 kind of gray towers there, and the 5 is in between them. So it's like the 5 is in between 2 towers, kind of stuck there maybe. Maybe these towers look a little bit like other towers that we've seen in other cards. The first thing I think of is the moon. So maybe feeling kind of like you're in a sort of a wasteland when you're in this card. Now the card is Mercury and Taurus, so it's worrying about physical things, financial things, maybe health, feeling out in the cold, definitely worrying. And there's a lot of it that is that's in your mind. When you look at the Thoth Tarot, it's called worry. And the Thoth Tarot, you have 3 5s are stars turned upside down. And you don't want your star turned upside down, because if you look at the 5 points on the star as the 4 elements plus spirit at the top. And spirit always needs to be at the top. Spirit needs to come first. And so the message of these 3 is to, I don't want to say lighten up, I don't want to be flippant, but it's turn things around and add light. You know, look at things from a different perspective, get your head up out of the ground, because that's a place where you can get stuck, like you might be, between these 2 towers. So another thing that is odd is that you have 5 pentacles and it stops. I've never seen a Tree of Life where you have 5 pentacles and then the Tree of Life just stops. So again, we have the imagery of being stuck, and it's a real shame. It's kind of, because the next Sephira is Tifereth, which is absolutely beautiful. You move along the path of adjustment and you sort things out, and then you get to Tifereth, and it's one of the most beautiful places to be. So there is a real element here, I think, of being kind of hemmed in by your worries, hemmed in by misunderstanding. And I just think that it's so interesting to see that here we have the Tree of Life, but we've only got part of it. So what do you think when you look at the 5 pentacles here? What does that make you think?